Mugluck here, and I make concise, spoiler-free game reviews that help you decide if you want to buy something without spoiling the game for you. This is Loop Hero, a roguelike deck-building tactical game. It is available on PC, Mac, Linux, Xbox One, XS, Nintendo Switch, and is rated T for teen. The goal of this review is to determine whether or not this game is worth its $15 price tag for you. The game's setting, with no spoilers beyond the tutorial. You play a lone adventurer who wakes up on a path in the void with memories like Swiss cheese. You begin traveling the path, and as you remember things, i.e. playing cards, they burst into existence, such as landmasses and buildings.
I summon God of Greed!
No, not like that. You don't know what caused the stars to go out and everything to suddenly become such an empty void, but you struggle and do whatever you can to rebuild the world itself, survive the process, and figure out what happened that caused all of this. General gameplay. You begin the game as a warrior, but two other classes, the rogue and the necromancer, my personal favorite, can be unlocked later. When you start an expedition, you will appear on a loop with only darkness around you. As you play cards to create things, this will create advantages and disadvantages for you, the player. Every time you finish a loop, all the enemies will get stronger. As you kill enemies, you gain XP, which helps you level up, and can give you random loot, which can improve your equipment. So for example, you could play mini forest cards to spawn mini wolves, which gives you more XP per loop, but if you play too many, you would get overwhelmed and die. Additionally, every card you play progresses a bar near the top left. When it fills up, a boss appears. So you may decide to be picky about which cards you are putting down, but again, you don't want to wait too long or the monsters will outlevel you. Combat itself is completely automatic, and is more a test of your planning up until that point. When you reach the starting point of the loop, the campfire, you can go back to your camp with 100% of your loot so far, or continue on. If you die, you can only take back 30% of your loot to camp, so your own greed will be a common enemy. Back at camp, you can use resources you earn to build out a new village for the people you are bringing back to the world with your memories. Things like farms, a blacksmith, watchtowers, homes, etc. Each of them help you in various ways, either with items or new cards for your deck. The cards themselves interact in various ways. For example, 9 rock and/or mountain cards, which each increase your health, will merge if placed like so to form a mountain peak, giving you far more health. Learning various combinations which help you out more than your enemy, finding a character you enjoy playing, building a deck that suits your playstyle, and a little bit of luck will allow you to find a path to victory and defeat this game's final boss. Loop Hero took me about 15 hours of gameplay to defeat the final boss for the first time. Now it is a roguelike, so if you die more or less than I did, your time can vary greatly, but the game also continues on past the final boss, allowing you to continue upgrading things you haven't finished yet, and I still had a lot to upgrade, and continue doing runs for as long as you wish. Comparisons to other games. Loop Hero has similarities to other roguelike card games, such as Slay the Spire and Hand of Fate. If you liked those games, there's a strong chance you could enjoy this one as well. The details. Graphics. Obviously, you could tell at a glance the game uses a retro graphics style, but it was quite nice. The characters all had tiny sprites letting you keep track of everything on the loop map, but were incredibly detailed during conversations and cutscenes. Sound and music. The music was amazing. Like the graphics, it felt very retro, but did a great job of keeping the game's mood throughout the experience. The sound cues were reliable, and once you recognized what each one meant, you could use them to identify various things happening.
Nice.
Controls. Loop Hero can be played with a controller or with mouse and keyboard. I played it on mouse and keyboard and had no issues throughout the game. Saving system. You can close the game while in the middle of a run and resume that run when you return. The game appears to save any time you properly close it. Content creator concerns. None. I streamed my entire playthrough on Twitch and YouTube and uploaded the entire thing to our Mugluck Plays YouTube channel and did not experience any muted VODs or have any issues with copyright claims. Do I have anything negative to say? Surprisingly, no. I didn't encounter any bugs, and anytime I did get my butt kicked by something, I was able to read the tooltips and learn the mechanic that had bested me, which made it feel fair and made me able to learn from those deaths and do better the next time. Final thoughts. This game was charming, addictive, with a short but surprisingly good story, with lots of depth and replayability for what first seems like a deceptively simple game, and with a small price tag to boot. After clearing it, I have to say that Loop Hero absolutely felt worth its price. It's also worth adding that it is currently on Game Pass at the time of this video's recording. This video was not sponsored, so if you enjoyed it, please consider hitting that like button to help us out with the YouTube algorithm, and subscribe for more content. If you'd like to see more of my own playthrough of Loop Hero, I'll include a link to that playlist from our other channel down below. Subscribe there too. As always, a massive thank you to our dear patrons who make content like this possible. If you'd like to become a supporter and earn early access, there's a link to that in the description. Now, do you cash out now or try one more loop?
Son of a